Hello, hello. Hello, Stargazers. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is doing well. Hello, Grendel. Hello, Thorn. How are you both doing today? I hope everything is going well. Hello, Grendel. Hello, Roan. How is everybody doing? Is everybody having a good Tuesday? Ah! I got awful news yesterday, but I'm surviving. I'm sorry to hear that, Grendel. I hope things get better. I don't know what it is, but I hope that things turn up and, perk up, and I hope the rest of the week goes better. I'm now having a phenomenal day. I'm glad to hear that, Thorn. I'll tell you later. Alright, Grendel. Yeah, Thorn, I saw what you had said earlier. I'm very happy for you. Very, very relieved. I'm very happy. Very glad. Doing good, working on some graphic stuff for Aiden and chilling with Lily. I don't know who Lily is, but the graphic stuff sounds cool. Why is the stream in the 3D world category? I'm testing some things. I'm experimenting. So we'll see. Lily's a good swamp witch? Alright, I believe you. Oh no, Yoshi request. I'm gonna wait until, wait, can you see the request on your end? I have a saved request, from Vesa that I'm gonna hold on to. An important exam, bit in the dark about what comes next now. Oh, jeez. Grendel, I'm very sorry. Yeah, if you want to message me later. I know that I'm not good at responding to messages, but, I'll try my best. Swamp Witch, also a good descriptor for Lily. I believe you guys. I believe ya. Hello, Murdoch. Yeah, I don't know. It might help. It might, I don't know. We're testing things out. Always good to test things out, right? Alright. So, if you guys weren't here last time, we were sort of finishing up the Pokemon assets. Oh, actually, I should grab that if you guys are interested, because they are still listed on free. Taka, thank you so much for resubscribing on Twitch. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Also, hello. What was I saying? The assets. Let me grab the link for you guys. Because we were just finishing up that last stream for Pokemon Day. And if you haven't yet, then feel free to... Thank you, Restream. Feel free to grab it there. And I think that, I think the fandom stuff that I'm going to do is probably going to be remaining, free on Ko-fi. So, gosh, Stream Elements, great timing. But if you want to grab the Pokemon set, then I would be happy to see you, use it on stream. Thorn, thank you so much! Thank you. Oh my god, I need to be making more, Twitch-related stuff in the future. I haven't forgotten about that. There's just a lot going on. I couldn't let Taka be the only one. Thank you so much. And thank you, Murdoch, for shouting out the Discord. But yeah, we last stream, we finished the Pokemon assets. I think we actually got a really nice amount done, so I'm pretty happy with that. But I'm always willing to do more Pokemon assets in the future, even if it's not for Pokemon Day, because I just enjoyed drawing that. And then we are going to be moving on for Mario Day. And I'm also excited about that because I have a lot of ideas for some fun things. I mean, we've got the typical hats and crowns that we're probably gonna start with today, and I did some preliminary work for that just to sort of get things going. But yeah, we're just gonna sort of keep building. Also, when I was grabbing the references, I have a funny thing to show you guys in just a sec. Starlight-chan, Samalama. I can barely even read that. Thank you though, Taka. That really means a lot. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm in a good mood. I was finally got the 1K on Twitter, and I'm happy about that because I've been trying the content grind in various ways for a bit over a decade now. And this is the first time I've ever hit any kind of milestone number like that, so I'm really happy to sort of like finally be able to say that I was able to hit that hurdle, you know? Twitter pays you now? Twitter doesn't pay you. No, 1K following. Not 1K dollars, my gosh, no. Grendel, thank you so much for resubscribing. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Also, hello, Corlith. I can't even read that number because I'm not good at... How many zeros are there? It's messing with my eyes. Hello, Foxy. Welcome in, welcome in. I don't know. I mean, Twitter might do that kind of stuff in the future, like how TikTok does. I don't know. 10K dollars from Twitter, true story. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot more of us would be pushing Twitter if that happened, but that's not a thing. But no, I'm very happy to just sort of hit like the 1K following milestone, because that was that's something I've been kind of wanting to, that's been my goal for a while now. So that just, you know, there's something about that just makes me sort of, it gives you like a little boost of motivation, I suppose. And then, I don't know what happened with the Pokemon sketch. I really don't know what happened there. That's insane. I have to thank Vesa for pushing me to jump on that in the right timing. I don't know what was up with that. So that's a thing that happened, I suppose. Was I the first to draw Dino Suicune? I don't know if I was the first, but I hit on the memeability of the situation, I guess. Would crack and leave. Alright then. It's something time-sensitive concept and you jumped on it. Plus the walking wake was trending yesterday. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I had, I definitely hit that point at the right time. Pokemon is a really weird thing, guys, honestly. Like, there's kind of a common joke among, the Pokemon community that the fan artists are so quick. Because, like, when a new Pokemon is announced or released or whatever, everyone wants to try to sort of be, like, the first to jump on drawing it. And then, like, the really crazy people will take, like, an extra few hours, but then they'll come out with, like, a fully made and patterned plushie. It's insane. The Pokemon community is insane. Nothing like this has ever happened for me, but I have had an instance where I did, like, a new Pokemon was released and I did a similar comic, and that didn't go as far, but it got spread around a lot. And I remember people wanting to, asking if they could do, like, silly voiceovers for it. It was weird. It was when, Palisand came out. And I combined that and the Sand Guardian meme. I think it was like a Vine or something. So I combined the two and the timing was right, I suppose. Imagine if some robotics fans made a real robot Virizion. I really don't doubt that that's going to happen. The Pokemon fandom is insane, and if they can find a way to make a replica of something, they will do it. Dino Suicune, best Suicune. Too bad there's no way I could ever get it if I'm on the Violet version. Thorn, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Those people. Oh. Yeah, no, that's... I don't think anyone's gonna do one life-size in a bit, but there's gonna be Robot Virizion running around for sure. I remember there's one artist who did, what were they? Not styrofoam, foam core? Foam core. Foam core life-sized sculptures of different Pokemon. That was really cool. No, Hero, stop! I'm sorry. Hero, there's kind of a little bit of an inside joke, because, people, like 20 people told Thorn about how to do that. Oh. Carry on the tradition. You guys are ridiculous. I'm so sorry. Oh. Another 5th guy will say, no, there's been so many. Like, the thing that is amusing is how many people have said the exact same thing, but if you wanted to reply to him, you could see all the other people have already said the exact same thing. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm happy to be here. I barely know what's going on today either, Ron. How difficult would it be for you to craft a Ditto miniature? You mean like out of clay? I don't think that would be hard. Sword and Shield was released like almost 3 years ago? It has not been that long. No. Oh, Sword and Shield. Oh, I thought you meant Scarlet and Violet. I know that there's some people who sort of just took a break from the games to focus on other content things, so that's totally fine. I definitely have taken a bit of a backseat with things on the gaming side. I want to try getting back into it a bit more. Out of clay? Yeah, I could, Ditto wouldn't be hard. No, it would just be like, I don't know, you could probably make it out of Play-Doh. Anyway, so, getting, back to things. So, what I wanted to do for the hats is, like, I was grabbing the references, right? And I noticed that in the high-res references, I believe for Mario Party, there was, the Mario Art today, huh? We getting the trademark cap in all 4 colors? Yeah, all 4 colors, but I want to kind of take it a little further because you guys know that I get really obsessed with detail, and I found something that just amuses me so much, and I want to, I want to try to emphasize this if I can. Even if no one can see it, I'll know it's there and that's what matters. So, Mario and Luigi have, like, nice, fine embroidery on their caps. And then, Wario's and Waluigi's are, like, they're very bootleg looking. I'll show you guys. Let's go to our main screen here. I love this so much. So we've got the different hats, right? Oh, I don't need the timer here. Let me get rid of that timer. We've got, like, the stitching on Mario's hat and the stitching on Luigi's hat, and then Wario has, like, some sort of plastic thing stuck on. And then Waluigi, let me get another reference here. Let's see if I can zoom in here. He threw on a sticker that's peeling. Slapped on a sticker. I love this so much. Yeah, they're pinned on badges with a sticker thrown on top. I love that. I think that just, I think that's so great. You've got like this super professional embroidery from the Mushroom Kingdom, and then there's just this slapped on sticker. I can't tell what Wario's is. I don't think it's a sticker. I think it's like some sort of plastic piece glued on or something. I don't really know. But I love that. Are you ever gonna make a mullet asset? In what way are you thinking, Thorn? Today I learned. Wario isn't the baddest dude, it's Waluigi. So I'm just like, I'm very happy with the attention to detail there. That just makes me insanely happy. So I want to make slight allusions to the detail in the stitching and the sticker. It's so goofy to me. Alright. But then what I've been working on with the refs here is we've got the basic hats in all our forms. And I know you guys mentioned the noses before. I really wasn't... I feel like the noses can both work and not work at the same time, so I'm going to try and, I'm gonna try and make it like a separate thing. I don't know. And then the crowns, we've got, Peach, eventually Daisy. This is going to be Rosalina, and then, the super mushroom, and super crown, sorry. I'm seeing the top and it looks like a mushroom, the super crown, and then, I have other assets in mind as well. These are just sort of what I can fit on today's page. Making, 3D? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I can't, I can't work in 3D still. I wish I could make stuff in 3D, but I'm probably gonna be focusing on 2D for the most part. So what I'm thinking, like, I'm being fussy, but I still need to technically line these. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing today is we're just going to get in the color, and then I'll retrofit the color to the line art, which is a little bit backwards, but I think it'll work. Where is my layer system here? Where did... Hang on. Alright, these are the sketches. I need to organize folders better. These are the Mario sketches. And then I need to have the color. That's gonna have to go underneath. Then we're gonna have to add the base. Base color. And we'll do the rough for shading. Move this over. And I'll just throw in something for the moment that I know isn't right color-wise, but just sort of trying to get our base shape here. Mario was tough taking Truck out to change size, look like the other character hats. Not too informed on coloring. They might look cheap. Is that a fish pun? I like that. If you're doing things in 3D, I'm trying to think of like, I didn't texture in Blender when I was doing stuff in 3D. I was using Substance Painter, but I'm trying to think of Blender texturing in 3D. I think the main thing is you want to get the base color, and then you want to sort of establish the shadow, even if it's not... Alright, if you've ever done miniature painting, like, Thorn will know this. You can let enough of the natural light hit something to create shadows, but if you want to do something that's stylized, you actually have to paint in the shadows, right? So if you're doing something 3D, even if it's going to be on somebody's head, and even if it's going to, even if there's gonna be shadows because of, like, the Vroid, you still want to paint, like, underneath the cap here in a darker color, because it will emphasize the shadows further and create more contrast. Substance costs coins. I know. It was something we were able to do, at a toy company where... How did that work? Oh, no, I didn't have a choice. They said we had to use it, and then we ended up doing, like, work from home. And then they were like, alright, now you have to buy it with your own money, and I'm like, what? Yeah, no, it's unfortunately a heavy investment. I can sympathize with that. Alright, not sure if that's entirely as clean as I want it, but it will work for the time being, just sort of getting the base down. I think I'm going to clip the rim. Help things stay solid. Never thought about 3D shadow color? Yeah, it's something that a lot of people sort of overlook in the beginning, I would say. Like, for example, if you think about my, if you want to do, like, a Vroid, for example, that looks like live 2D, you have to paint the shadows onto the skin. It's strange, it feels weird at first, and not every post will look correct, but, for the majority of poses, it will make sense. And, what do I want to call this? Stitching? So the painted on shading will actually do a lot of good. Painting shadows on the bitmaps of Vroid is pain. I bet it is, but it makes your work stand out, right? Like, Murdoch, I'm pretty sure that your work greatly stands out from the other Vroids because of that 3D shading you do. Back to work, have fun? Alright, Kitsu. All the best with work. Breaks up the panels. I was eating and forgot your stream on Tuesday. No worries. I believe you owe me something. I do. Yes, I do. Action! Fitting. Fitting indeed. Thank you for the lurk, Grendel. I appreciate it. Crystal, what? What is wrong with you? I've been saving this on my redeem list for a week. Action! What? It's funny, you know, I can do a bunch of different creature sounds, but I can't do any, like... Corlith, why? Why? You guys need to space these out. It seems stupid otherwise. Alright, Talon, thank you for the lurk. You can put cooldowns on redeems, but you don't? I keep forgetting you can do that. Why are you guys such an evil tag team? We're using this opportunity to remind you. Fair enough. Ashley! I need to write a note to myself to do that. Where is the, notes? What am I writing? Cool down on Yoshi. Back to back is weird, and these aren't sound alerts, so, you know. Those emotes that you made for Thorn are bang, by the way. Thank you so much, Talon. I appreciate it. I have 8k points to- Betha, stop! Vesta, I need you to pace that. No. Why? Maybe Senpai was right. Maybe I have everything too cheap. I love how we were trying to argue about the channel point thing, and you're just like, no, because Yoshi. I don't think her voice will hold out for that many Yoshis. It won't. It won't. You remember how when Rayless hit 10k he did a karaoke stream where he meowed all the songs? No! No! Alright, you know what? I'm scared. I'm gonna put a cooldown on this because you're actually kind of because I'm nervous now. Hang on. How do I even... What is this setup? I never go into this area of Twitch, so I don't know what it is. What? Both of you, why? Alright. How do I... Why don't they make this easy? Alright. I can't tell if any of that worked, but... I don't know. I don't know how any of this works. You can't blame me for anything. I literally followed my own self-imposed rules and redeemed one Yoshi today. You're not wrong. The problem is you have accomplices! Thank you for looking, Zero. Corlith, alright. You're learning the Twitch interface by fire. And gosh, and then keep barking, alright. What was I doing? Alright. I think we're good. Now I do feel like Rayless. Why am I not able to color this part in? What is going on? How? Alright. Should be good there. Yes, I was trying to paint Mario's cap at one point. Can I impersonate Jigglypuff? I don't think so. Probably not. I can't do that part of the job today. That's alright. It's helpful to know what, It's helpful to know what the interface is. Because I don't dive into it too often, so. Don't ever make me a Twitch mod. I'll remove the cooldown to make Yoshi's a 1-point routine. That'll be feel like we're on, like, all of Yoshi's Island. Don't out yourself like that. Okay. I need to actually, like, get to a point where I'm painting something. It would probably first help if I got the color right. So let's just try adjusting the color, make it a little more saturated, a little less, orange. It needs to be a bit brighter, right? I don't want to go too bright, because I want to make sure that I can hold on to the shading part of it. Let's try that for now. We'll call this, I guess, well, no. I don't want to do this. It doesn't need to be mirrored, so we can get rid of this part. All of these layers should be locked. We don't really need to turn this into its own layer. It can kind of all just be part of the base. I'm too honest for my own good. Hey, we appreciate honesty here, you know? Alright, also, I need to make a new window for this real quick. Hang on, sorry. A little bit of technical flub. Just because I want to be able to see the colors better. So sometimes I need to pull that on a separate window. So I actually can see what I'm doing. Because, the reds can be really tricky. Red is just kind of a notoriously annoying color to work with. I just want to make sure I get that right. So that is... See, now that needs to be a little bit warmer because it's light, but it almost looks orange. So it's hard to figure out where the balance needs to be. I think that should be good, though. As a former painter, I can confirm red is a pain. It's always a pain. I'm interested in how you accomplish the stitching and embroidery. Alright, we'll try to get to that. It's probably just gonna be a lot of paint over with smaller brushes to sort of emulate that texture. Alright, how do I want to do this? I like the idea of sort of like a halfway... I need like a middle ground, solid highlight. I'm also taking from some of the official paintings in, for 3D World, because they do a really nice color effect, where they sort of throw in some purple in the shadow, which is always nice. Kind of adds some visual interest, I'd say. I want to make sure that I also add a highlight to the rim there, so that it's not so solid feeling. So we just want to get the room there. I want it to feel three-dimensional if possible. At least a little bit. And I know I'm being very, very subtle in the beginning. I'm just sort of trying to feel out where things need to be. Make this slight shade lighter, or darker, I mean. And then add a little bit of a lightness here for the rim. And I know I can push that further too. I'm gonna see what happens if I try doing a airbrush effect, just around the edges. And then sort of soften that on the side here. I don't like using the airbrush too much. I know I was explaining to you guys earlier, it can end up feeling a little bit, I don't know what the word would be. Not inexperienced, but like uncertain, I guess. So I think it's helpful to sometimes be a little more sharp with the shading. It's probably gonna be a little bit more of a pink because of the shadow. I'm just gonna flip that so I can get a better angle, because I've explained to you guys about angles. And then these sketchy parts are actually going to be sort of a lighter area where the sun is hitting. I just couldn't really get it in the sketch, but something like that to show the fold of the cap. I think I might try doing a little bit of a airbrush over that, just to sort of brighten up one side a bit more. Brighten up a little more in this area. Let's see here. So this is why I'm trying to keep watching the color. Last thing I want is for it to feel too dark in any one direction, but I still want to add... I think what I'll do is make a little bit of a subtle fold feeling here. Even though it might not actually be there, it just sort of gives a little bit of a extra definition. And then we'll go to the rim. And again, this goes back to what I was saying earlier, right? You're going to be painting in the shading. I think it makes more sense to sort of emphasize that for 3D stuff. Just because with the 3D thing, I think people are more, I think it's easier to forget. And then here, I can go a lot darker. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to sort of base out all the colors on these. And then we're just going to be refining them as well. And I'll do a lot of the slower parts off stream. Like, I know I mentioned to you guys how I don't really like doing the line art on stream because I know that it's not that exciting or interesting. But anything where I can just sort of figure out the general idea of things. Yeah, that should actually stay dark. I can add a little bit of a highlight on the edge. Yeah, probably just makes sense to keep it darker. And then for this part, I think that's a good base. It kind of gets us to where we want to go. I'll increase the highlight slightly on one edge. The nice thing about the fact that these hats are symmetrical is that no matter what side of the screen you usually stream on, you can always flip the asset to fit you best. I'll try pushing this a little bit more. And then for this part, for the stitching, let me just zoom in on that area for the stitching. I want to make a quick visual note to myself here that there needs to also be some slight highlights on the other side too. Alright. For this part, it's kind of like a felt with stitching. Here's the white part. I'm gonna brighten that whole thing. Keep it a little bit dark so that we can add highlight to one end. Right, because it still has a little bit of a shadow area to match the curvature of the hat. Be fairly subtle. Might push it just a tiny bit more. And would a noise filter make sense here, or would that make sense on the whole hat? I'm not really sure where that makes the most sense, but what I would probably do for this stitching is I want to go in a little further here where it's a little bit darker, where the edge is. There's gonna be some shadow because the stitching is three-dimensional. It goes a little bit higher. The edge is gonna have a subtle shadow. I know I'm picky, but when I zoom in, you guys can see why I'm still saying I eventually want to add line art. Then how does it want to go here? This is something where I'm actually okay using an airbrush because it's rounded. So the airbrush with its soft edge helps us give more of a curvature. And then there's going to be more of a highlight here on the edge, symbolizing that it's a bit more 3D. And then as this goes up, this shadow direction is going to change. right? Because we're thinking about the sun hitting down from here. And then you can, let me just also set up for the M. So that's going to have again, it's three-dimensional, it's raised. It's gonna be a slight raised edge on the top here. And then, let me make sure it's flipped the right way. A little bit darker here. Is this the right color? No, it's not set for the right color yet. So we're just gonna quickly hue adjust that. Probably make that a little bit lighter. It's be way more saturated. That orange is what's getting me. The amount of orange between the amount of saturation. I'll try that, and if it's a little bit off, I can always adjust it. It's fairly close, but we'll see. And then for the stitching here, I think just, do I want to do this in one go, or do I want to separate the layers? I'm going to try separating the layers, and then if that doesn't work, then we will put them together. But I'm going to take a darker color here, and I'm going to grab my oil pen, and you can see I'm making the brush much, much smaller. So something like that is probably good. Is there like an in-between I can get here? That's good. So I think what I'm gonna do is just sort of go across it very quickly. Make this a little bit larger so you can see. And I'm sort of skipping over it in different parts because I don't need to make it exact, right? But I just sort of want to give it the feeling that there's stitching there in certain areas. I kind of want to keep this a little cleaner. But one thing that will make this feel more believable is what I've heard someone call, what was the word? Not subtlety. Shoot, the word's escaping me now. Not specifics, not subtlety. What did they say? Not unity and variety. What was that? Okay, I can't remember the exact word, but basically the little details. They were saying that you need to pay the most attention to the little details when doing art because it's what sort of, I'm trying to think of the words I'm trying to use. This is bothering me now. It's not unity and variety. It's variation? No, I don't know. But basically what they were saying is that when you want to have a good art piece, and you're trying to go for a realistic style, I'm just gonna say subtlety, unless I can find a better word. Also, Spiky Muscle, hello! And Alina, hello there. Who said it? Bobby Chu. I will type his name in. Jeez, it was in an interview he was doing. It was like a really quick interview. Come on. Bobby Chu. I think it might have been subtlety. I don't know. I'm losing my brain. Anyway, the main point of what I'm trying to say is it's the tiny details that most people overlook that is what helps bring the art to life. And if you are the one who can work on those tiny details, then that's what stands out. So for example, when I'm working on this, you see that I sort of just roughly went around and added a bunch of different marks. Now if I want this to look like actual stitching, I want to think about how actual stitching behaves in real life. So when you are at a sewing machine and you're threading, when you're making that, my gosh, every word is escaping me today. When you're making that embroidery, some of the pieces don't quite line up, right? So if you look at the Mario Party, see if I can pull this up here. If you look at the, it's actually easier to see on Luigi. The embroidery here, you see that some parts skip, where the machine didn't perfectly get them. So it's not uniform. There's some gaps here, where the stitching didn't fully go around. So getting a little bit of allusion to those gaps is what makes it feel more like real embroidery. And it's subtle, and you just sort of have to, you know, do it in a few places. Don't make it super even. It's probably not going to constantly be skipping in the same place, as far as I can tell. But just a little bit of showing the imperfections. And in showing the imperfections, you're creating something that looks quote-unquote more perfect because of the realism that it creates. So by quickly going around here and just adding a little bit of a thicker line to each area, you create what looks more like skipped thread. And it gives more of a embroidered feeling. Need to add this on the top as well. Let's probably go in the same area as the stitching. And then if I want, I'll probably take like a pure white here. And I'll probably just go over the top anywhere in the shadow area. And sort of create some more texture by going over it. Just needs to be in a few places. But like right here, for example, just a little bit more texture. And then for the M, I think what will make sense is lock the M. I'm gonna take a darker color, right? If we go back to our reference here, we've got sort of this rougher stitching going on. So we have our base color and then this looser piece going on top. I was listening to his artist interviews. I don't think I heard or remember that part. Also, I'm back from my lurk. Hello again, Talon. It was in a really, really quick one. If I find it, I will throw it in the Discord. Which, by the way, if you're interested and you have not yet joined the Discord, we have a safer work art-focused Discord if you're interested. If you're not an artist, there's no worries at all. There's plenty of non-artists who are in there as well. And it's just a fun place to hang out and talk to people. And get notifications on the next time I go live. But basically what I'm going to do is I also want to watch the direction here as it goes up. But I'm just going to be making a few strokes, and it's a locked layer, so I'm not going to be going over it. But basically, just sort of figuring out where this stitching would be. And sort of following the direction. it doesn't have to be super detailed because, I mean, okay, I say that as someone who loves detail, but because this is an asset, it is going to be seen from fairly far away. But we have a little bit of an appearance of something that looks more stitched on. And the other thing that's going to help sell the look is on, well, actually on this part, I want to add a few more lines in a lighter color. Astrophel, oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the bits. I really, really appreciate it. How are you? How's everything going? And I don't need to ask how are you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I'm a non-artist who's there and confirm it is still fun for non-artists. I was not paid for this message. Thank you. Astro, what are you doing? It's your birthday. I very much appreciate it though. Thank you. I'm just adding a few more, just in a lighter color, just because there's gonna be like difference in threads. Yeah, seriously, what are you doing? It's a thank you and a celebration for all your hard work. Astra, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. Maybe, at some point later, if you can send me a quick reference, I'll do a quick little thingy. Alright. So the last thing here that I think is going to help sell the look. We're gonna have to make a selection from layer. Alright, that's all selected. We'll go over here and we'll filter in a noise layer. We'll make that really tiny. Really, really tiny. I need that tinier. Tinier. There we go. Oh, actually, you know what? Hang on, I might actually have something better for this. Instead of throwing on a noise layer. Give me a sec here. I don't know if I still have this, or if it'll even work, but I might not have it. I might have to figure that out later. At one point, I was smart. Once upon a time. Where did this go? I do still have it. I don't know if it'll work, but we're gonna try it. It's a, what did I just do? Where did that go? Alright, first we have to find it. There it is. And we have to squish it here. And we've got, all right, white stitching here. Selection from layer. Select, invert, delete. Lock again. And let's try overlay. There we go. Now it actually feels like felt. See how we can do that? You can use your textures wisely without going too texture crazy. And then if we get rid of it on here, so it's just on the background, it sort of feels more like, stitch pieces on here. The other thing that'll help once we are done with the line art part, which I can't really do now, but I can just quickly show you, is just take a few pieces and go out of the line art. So that, you know, it looks a little bit uneven, like it's being stitched down to the fabric. I'm not really paying attention to the color, because this is sort of just more of a demo type thing. But once I go outside of the line art, then it looks like it looks more like it's on top of the fabric than here where it just sort of looks pasted on. Do you mind if I ask a question about lore or world building? I can try to answer to the best of my ability. Alright, this is slightly bothering me, so let me just quickly grab a base color and sort of make it blend in a little bit more. There we go. But you can see what I'm saying, just having those little variations. Honestly, if I'm being real, this doesn't make any sense to do for a VTuber asset. This, little stitching thing, for a VTuber asset, you really do not need to do that. That's more of a demo thing for any painting regardless. VTuber assets probably honestly work better when you do more of a stylized anime look. We're just sort of going ham on playing with texture and experimenting and seeing how weird we can go with things. Just for the fun of it, you know? Yeah, the other thing that I was doing before is, like, we can quickly throw a base layer here on everything, and then just overlay that, and it gets us a little bit of, like, a fabric texture, you know? Super subtle, but kind of makes things a little more interesting. The Super Mario Bros. Super Show. I love the game so much. Super Mario Bros. Won all these years. Oh, nice. I don't care, I'm gonna wear it. I'm glad to hear it, Astra. Alright. I think that is a pretty good base to work on. So basically, like, that is probably where I would finish the coloring, and then, I would later sort of go in and clean up the line art and do a bunch of little tiny stuff that probably doesn't make any difference. Yeah, I think that's good. Do you want to move on to the nose? I don't know how I want to do the nose. Or the mustache, for that matter. We want to move on to the face or Luigi cap? We do have a Wario hat also being worked on. Top favorite Mario games? Top 5? I would probably say number 1 is 64. I think 64 is I don't know. I love the idea of being able to, like, the whole jumping into paintings thing. The aesthetic of the different areas, and yeah, I'd probably say 64. Second would be Odyssey. Third would be maybe Galaxy? Fourth, I would say 4th and 5th, I would probably say the Mario Kart and Mario Party DS versions. I don't know. That's probably nostalgia talking. But I liked, something felt nice about the DS versions. I don't know why. All 3D Mario games are great, but none have quite captured the same feel as 64. Yeah, I agree. Like, even though I really, really love Odyssey, I think that they did a great job with Odyssey, there's something there that just, you know, that 64 just had, and I don't know what it is. Alright. Is this color all for Mario? Yes. So now we need to do color for Luigi. How did I label these? We had Luigi sketch and Luigi color. I wrote Luigi. Gotta love it. Alright. Make this our base. Shading, you know, that whole thing. We can get that right. Again, we'll just add a random green here. Just to get our ideas down. Oh, I need to make sure that I have our symmetry here, just to make it faster. That'd be a gender bend Luigi with stats. What's going on March 10 other than midterms? March 10 is called Mario Day because if you write it all in caps, it looks like the word Mario. So Nintendo capitalizes on it and turns it into sort of a celebration where they, you know, potentially do announcements or treat it as like a little bit of an anniversary type thing. So yeah, it's like Pokemon Day, but with Mario. So we're just like, you guys know me in holidays, but then holidays plus games and fandom is even better. So I'm just sort of shifting gear to all that kind of stuff lately. I might do a few more Easter assets. I might do like a St. Patrick's or two, but I rode that last year and I think I can sort of shift gears a tiny bit. Mermaid month in May? Oh, I should keep that in mind. Like Star Wars Day in May. Yeah, exactly. That would be a good one. No one's done that, right? I don't think I've seen that. I'm gonna throw that on my list real quick, because that, I think, is doable, geekish. Hang on a sec. Star Wars... potentially? I don't know. Combo May the 4th and Mermaid? Jedi Mermaid. That'll be fun. 64 is sort of a surreal, lonely feeling to it, kind of like a Metroid game almost. The newer Mario have a lot of NPCs and happy feelings, which is good in its own way. I sort of miss the mysterious atmosphere. That's a really good way to put it. I think that's a really, really good way to put it. Yeah, like, if I think about... Oh, what was the, what world was that where it's kind of like on a beach and then you have to go underwater and it's like surrounded by rocks on all sides? And I think there's like there's probably a ship on the bottom. Like that was the epitome of a lonely feeling level. No, it wasn't Waterworld. It was one of the early ones. Dire Dire Docks? That might have been it. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. On top of May the 4th for Star Wars, Star Trek is First Contact Day on April 5th. I'm going to have to remember that because a certain Star Trek person might remind me. Alright, is Luigi's setup any different, or is it fairly similar? It's fairly similar. There are some differences. Oh, Luigi actually does have some of the, backlight on the cap, whereas Mario doesn't. That's interesting. It's so weird. Like, the more I work on this, the more I realize the very, very subtle differences that they take the time to put into the game. Or not the game, the official art. It's funny how they just make, like, very imperceptible differences, but it shows how much they care. Mermaid's first because it's all months, so ha. Doesn't that mean that I have until the end of the— No, I'm joking. It's in May. I mean, I can probably find some good, time slots for that. I don't know what I would do for it, though, other than, like, fishtails. And there's so many mermaid VTubers, too. I could do, like, little fish fin ears. Yeah, fins. There we go. I love 64 music, yeah. The fact the movie's gonna have them looking that hi-fi high-res should speak volumes as well. That's partially where I'm getting this from, too. Is I kind of want this to feel movie accurate-ish. I don't think it's gonna be fully, because I can't do, like, for example, Peach has, filigree carvings in her crown. I probably won't do that, just because it makes it, like, too movie-specific. I was thinking about it, but I don't know. I mean, I could do two versions, but we don't really have a good way of seeing what it looks like yet, either. I have to remember that there's usually shading on one end. So I'm gonna... Do I want to lock this now? Yeah. Everything's all colored, so I don't need to... Or, let me just quickly add in the white piece. I wonder if I can just copy and paste that part. Because this is pretty much the same, right? Heck yeah. Yeah, I'll do ear fins. I think that'll do well. Classic seashell prop. Yeah, I could always call it like a Little Mermaid asset or something. Fins. Tiaras, necklaces, pearls. What did you say here, Ron? Conch shells, oysters. Conch shell might be cool. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if I can just, like, steal from the previous piece and just elongate it. That should work. I'm gonna try that real quick. Let's see if that works. Let's see if it works to be a tiny bit lazy. I don't need the M. I just need this piece. Let's see if that works. I don't need them locked. Let's see if we can save ourselves a tiny bit of time here. Alright. This overlay is just one piece, so I can just make that larger. I can crop that here and stretch this out a bit. Almost. Almost. Why is that not quite working? Needs a little bit of finagling, but it's pretty much there. I'm gonna call it and adjust it later. It's not lazy, it's creative problem solving using available means. Okay, that works, that's fair. This needs to go under the rim, right? And this, I'll just quickly cut from here. Oh, we still have our layer on, our ruler. Just quickly get rid of this piece. That was the wrong layer. There we go. There we go. It works. It works, Orestes. Can almost do it with all of them except, yeah, that's right, Wario and Waluigi have similar badges. Yeah, they don't have any stitching at all. They, it's like a complete parody. It's great. And just sort of move these up here and sort of do a little bit of... I'm so happy that Clip Studio started including a... What do we call this? A liquify tool. It's such a time saver. It's such a lifesaver. We love it. Next Mario question. Who do you play as in Mario games when you can select your character? Mario Party, Kart, etc. Top 3 favorites. Top is Bowser. Because Giant Beast wouldn't want to be Bowser. Second would be Yoshi. Third? Not in Mario Party, but in Mario Kart, Koopa. But yeah, I would say that I'm probably a Bowser main. I honestly did not expect any of those answers. What were you expecting? I mean, you know, Rosalina in the newer games, but she's not in too much. But no, I would say that, yeah, Bowser's usually my main pick. How do I want to do the shadows here? I'm not really sure how I want to do the shadows in this. This has less shading than Mario's, hat. This needs to be much brighter, and it needs to be... What is wrong here? It's too... Oh, for a second I thought I didn't change the rim. It's too yellow. It needs to be slightly bluer. Yep, that's better. We'll go for 10 here as well. Oh. No, actually that probably works as it is. Slightly warmer for any shadows. We'll do a little bit of a... Or, not shadows, highlights. Jeez. My words are getting so messed up today. I'm sorry, guys. That's better. And then there's a bit more of the highlight on the top here. And I'm still gonna keep adjusting this. I'm not 100% sure where I want it to go yet. Again, you know, this is sort of, we're basing things out today, right? We're sort of basing out where we want things today. It's sort of a good way to just... It's like, color study. Color scripting your assets. So hang on, I needed to answer Talon's piece before? Hang on. Do some VTuber world building, have some parts of the lore metaphors and allegories for some aspects of life. The reason I want to take the route is because a lot of great stories are written like that. Main Abyss anime, for example, is an allegory for growing up, and the deeper the characters that are kids enter the abyss, the more dangerous and life-threatening it gets. That makes sense in a visual, world-built story where we can... How do I say this? I think when you do something like world building, and I think this could work, but something I also want you to keep in mind is you need to think about the medium for your story, right? So, for example, you know, I frankly have a lot of story for you guys still, that I haven't even touched on yet, but a lot of it probably won't make sense with VTubing outside of like main lore, right? So if you want to incorporate it into your VTubing, I think you can, but you need to sort of figure out a way to say it in a different way than something like Main Abyss might, because Main Abyss has more tools to share their narrative, right? Through, like, character exposition and, what am I trying to say? Through narrative and character desire, they can explain a lot more than we sometimes can in VTubing, and you know how much I love lore, so this is something I definitely want to encourage if you want to try it. But you have to be careful with how you do it, and I think it's tricky to find ways to do narrative symbolism and exposition that has to do with, like, allegory and metaphor. I think it needs to be more like something that is a metaphor that your audience knows for you, right? So, for example, instead of saying, like, I have this thing in my, I don't know, overlay or room or whatever, and it represents my struggle with life and death, I think it's more effective to have something in your lore that occurs, let's say, when you are struggling with life and death. And there's an object or a symbol or an image or something there that people recognize from your lore, and then you bring it into what you're doing in VTubing. And then people will say, oh, I recognize this piece of, this thing from Talon's lore story, and now I see it in Talon's, setup, so I know what it means for Talon. And I know, I'm sorry, I simplify your name as a nickname. I don't know. I do that now. But yeah, I think as much as it can be useful to use universal symbolism, it doesn't always work. Like, for example, you having a skull in your setup and Mori Calliope having a skull in her setup might have extremely different meanings. And only the people who know you are going to know what your meaning is for having that skull. But you have to tell them first, and then bring it in with the show don't tell, like Vessa said. That's my personal take on the matter. Even when I was the older sibling growing up and always player one in games where I could pick, I always want to be Luigi. Bowser's fun to play on Mario Kart. You can be evil as you want and it's expected. Totally not why I chose Bowser. Do I prefer the car or motorcycle in Mario Kart? I go for the motorcycle. I tend to switch back and forth a little. I know, I'm just catching up with chat. Peach because hovering, Luigi because jumping higher, Mario because he's not gonna hurt your playing experience. Also, thank you for the Lord Corliff. Gotta run? Alright, Murdoch. Thank you for helping out today. People often forget about video games as a medium for storytelling. Yeah, true. I've been thinking about anime and manga media and not VTubing. Yeah, that's the thing. I think that a huge part of it is, like, know the medium that you work in, because the medium that you work in dictates how you're able to tell something, and different situations work better for different things. For example, you know, I've told you guys about the cake. The cake ideas where I want to sort of tell stories with cakes, right? I can't tell... I have to be subjective about what stories I want to tell with a cake, right? There's select concepts that I can take that with. Like having clues of the environment around, right? But I can't really do much about saying, telling a story about a character's long-lost brother. It's not really gonna work on a cake. But I can tell about the environment on where they might have lost each other. That could work. I think it's a good take on using allegory. I know if I write my lore, it'll be fanfic for. Tell as many stories as you want with cake. They're all gonna end up the same way in my tongue. Aww. Suppose that shouldn't surprise me too much. Alrighty here. Make the stitching on this piece. Oh, come on. I need a good medium color here. Would it be okay to offer my cardinal rule for storytelling no matter the medium? Like, the number one thing my group is tired of hearing from me. Sure, Roan, I would love to know. Sorry, I didn't mean that to sound sarcastic. I'd legitimately be interested. Adding a little bit of shadow here, and then coupling that with some edge of highlight. I know, I caught that right after. I was like, wait, no. That's not what I mean. I legitimately am curious.
sassy fill-in arc. No, no, it was a slip of attitude. It was a slip of... It wasn't meant to come off that way at all. Alright, we've got some more stitching detail here. That'll be good for now. And I'm gonna grab the... Where's that overlay that I need here? Just call it texture. We're gonna copy that over. Make that a little bit stronger. Why is that not coming through, like, at all? Did I forget to move it? Is that what happened? I forgot to move it. That's not useful, is it? There we go. I can tell when there's not a subtle texture detail on this fabric. There we go. As long as I didn't remove it from this one either. Alright. We are getting there. Kinda taking a sassy. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Say we're right here. Rule number 1, respect your audience. If you can put yourself in position to think about how your audience will interact with your thing, whatever it is, and how they will get enjoyment, you're halfway there. How your audience will interact with your thing, whatever it is, how they will get enjoyment. Alright, Roan, you've piqued my curiosity. Would you mind, expanding on that slightly? Because now I'm interested. Let's see here. Are we gonna work with, Wario and Waluigi next? IDK what this is, but yes, this is cool. Hello, Bat Dragon. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're having a lovely day today. Bet new sub, thanks, I appreciate it. The cake idea. It's an image of a cake. You don't have to think about how you would flavor it. But you do have to think about how you would show the facets to tell your story. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I was saying to someone, I was like, oh, it's really nice that I don't have to worry about, like, the gravity of cake if I'm drawing this. Alright, we've got Luigi, we've got Mario. Let's move on to... I kind of want to move on to Waluigi just because I really like this stupid idea of the sticker. I love that so much. It's so dumb, but it's so great. We were talking earlier that if you look at Waluigi's, model for Mario Party, like the really detailed one, if you... Or here, I'll just show you guys again, because I love this so much. If we, yeah, there we go. The hats are all very slightly different.
So, like, Mario and Luigi's hats are more of a fine embroidery stitch, and then Wario just sort of looks like he threw on this piece of plastic. And then Waluigi has, like, the same, like, a button, or a patch or something, instead of the nice stitching. And then he's got, like, he threw a sticker on top. And it's peeling. And I love that so much. This stupid peeling sticker. There's something so, like, stupidly wholesome about it. Waluigi can't spell, sadly. Well, okay, so apparently, like, in lore, Wario claimed the W as his, and Waluigi didn't have a choice. I'm making fan art for you. I've been here 5 minutes. Bad Dragon, you're so sweet. Thank you. In essence, respect your audience is thinking about what your customers are getting and not giving them things they don't need or want. Curation is key. Oh, I like that. Yeah, because, like, people sort of want things in the simplest way, right? Hang on, this is still Luigi. This is Mario. I need the Waluigi layers. And then I need to throw this in Waluigi. Can't spell. I'm gonna write Waluigi. Waluigi sketch. Okay. And then base colors. Move that in the right direction here. We'll just grab a random purple. Might not be the right purple. We can always fix the purple. Thank you so much for the subscription, Bat Dragon. Thank you, thank you. We are going to get the base color here. And like I said, I'll clean up the line art later. I just want to get our main idea down. Poor Waluigi, he's just like Luigi. He's like, it's so sad. He's like a knockoff of a knockoff. He's a knockoff of Luigi. And then he couldn't even get the W because Wario claimed it, so he has to have, like, an even worse version. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Alright, we've got our base color, and then we'll get our hat rim. Sorry if this is getting, like, a little repetitive. They all have the same concept, just slight variations, you know? He's Tetris block hat. I love that. Alright, this is gonna have to go underneath. Nope. This is the, well, what are we gonna call it? A badge? I guess it's a badge in some way. In some form. There we go. And then get the grab the L here again. Up. And turn off the symmetry. Emo backstory Waluigi. That would be a fun VTuber Tetris block VTuber? What? They could play a game using themselves. What does that mean, Astra? I'm just picturing, like, Twister, but with... I don't know if you're thinking of, like, VTubers that just happen to look like Tetris blocks, or if you're thinking of, like, anime characters in giant Tetris block costumes. All, like, stacked on top of each other. both sound fun. I guess their hats could be Tetris pieces? Kinda. Tetris costume assets when? That would be so weirdly niche. I don't think anyone would get it. Why not have the L sticker slightly peeling off? That's what I'm planning. No one's gonna notice it. It's gonna be, like, such a dumb tiny detail that, like, most people aren't gonna see it. But you guys will know it's there, and that's what matters. Alright. Nope, that's the texture. What is it? It's like in the corner here. I might have to make the purple a little larger just so you can see it, but see what we can do here. Did I just paint this on the wrong layer? Okay, okay, phew, we're good. What layer did I paint this on the wrong layer? What did I do? I don't know what I did. I think I painted things on the wrong layer. Alright, it's like... This isn't even the right purple. It's fine. I'll make it, like, slightly lighter. How's this supposed to look? It's like kind of a crinkled piece. I think that's how you would tell. That kind of feels like it, right? Alright, does that sort of gives the feeling of like a peeling sticker? Yeah, I think I did this all on the wrong... You know what? It's fine. We haven't gotten very far. We're just gonna copy. And then we're going to paste it again. And then we're going to delete it from the main piece. And then we have to... figure out where it went wrong. And then we have to rename everything. We're gonna... grab this piece, this one. Alright, is that kind of... Is this even a proper layer? What did I do, chat? Alright, that's pure white. This is... I don't know. It's part of the sticker. And because I can't tell what I'm doing, I'm just gonna change that to a slightly different purple temporarily so I can see what's going on. I know this is the wrong purple. I will change the purple. I just need to be able to actually see the purple. So right now the purple is very hard to spot. That's good for now. Just blend that back. Lock it. And then add back in the right purple. There we go. It's good. It's all good. Huzzah. My doors, Waluigi and Wario got their stickers from the Dollar Tree. I saw someone saying that, like, poor Waluigi just decided to, like, make everything on stickers and use that as his brand, so there'd be, like, stickers on all the stuff he owns. Alright. Gotta head out? Alright, Talon, thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully the lore tips helped. I'm excited to see how you implement them. I don't know what this layer had on it. It has nothing on it. Okay. Can't draw Waluigi or any Mario characters. I'm only drawing the hats. I'm not attempting drawing them yet. I mean, at some point, but not now. Not right now. Okay. Now we need to move over and see if we can get the color right. I'm really glad they took the time to have a version of the characters with the fabric texture. Because I think it works so much nicer than, like, the soft 3D claymation looking style, personally. I feel like I accidentally got the right color. I think this is the right color. I'm looking at the references I have, and this is pretty close, I would say. Alright, we've got the hat rim. It's gonna have a little bit of shading here on the sides. This has, like, more layers? How should we do this? It's kind of one piece, but... Or I guess this is subtle. Is there a separate... Is there a separate... Oh, the different models have different... styles. Some models have the rim and some don't. I think that works enough. This song sounds like it would be like in a hip... It would be in a hip business presentation. I don't know where it was from. It's just a feel-good party song, that's all I know. You're probably right, though, honestly. Check out new product. Cute image of couple drinking champagne on the beach in slow motion laughing. Why is that so disturbingly accurate? Let's be a little sharper. Hello, brother. Just woke up, so I have to go. All right, no worries, Bat Dragon. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you enjoyed the time you have here. I will be streaming on Saturday. I usually stream twice a week, but hope you have a great rest of your day. Something about this is just not quite there to me yet. Probably just needs like a little bit more of a sharper color. Color shift. There we go. Alright, I can't take what I had before, but I can take the texture. Where's this texture? That's not the texture I want. I want the felt texture. There we go. It's not gonna look like anything because it doesn't work with anything pure white. And it's also locked. That should be good. Where's the... Alright. So we'll lock that. And then once we've got this, there's the texture. This actually looks like really close. I'm just gonna make it darker so I can see what I'm doing. And then throw back the light. And then add strong highlight to the edge. And then make that a little easier to see. I think what I'll also do on the... Oh, I want to get rid of it on the sticker. This needs to be much more vibrant, a little yellower. There we go. Slight amount of color, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab some of the lighter piece here and sort of add like a little bit of a variation. So that it sort of feels a little bit plasticky. Gotta go for now, but take care, Star, and can't wait to see the end results. Thank you so much, Astra. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello for a bit. I hope your birthday goes wonderfully today. Thank you, and thank you again for the bits. I hope everything goes well for you. Warm wishes on your birthday. Alright, so that would be blue. So it'd be more like a blue shadow. There we go. I think I still need to do more with the base of the whole hat, because as much as we've got the interesting gimmick with the stitching and the felt and everything, still not getting enough going on with the hats themselves. Probably do a little bit more color shifting and shading intensity for those. Also, for some reason, I feel like the emblem is slightly too large, but maybe not. Maybe not. It just sort of feels that way. I don't know why, though. It's probably okay. Alright, let's go to Wario here. I have no idea what's on his hat. It literally just looks like a piece of plastic. I think he just glued a piece of plastic to his hat. But nevertheless, Wario sketches and Wario base. Sketch. I can't write today. I can't write today, guys. There we go. And then the base. Base colors. Hello, hello, Salem. How's everything going? And I'm just gonna make that like a gold just for the purpose of being able to see it at the moment. Throw back on our symmetry. And that should be good. There we go. I'm feeling pretty good, Salem. How are you doing today? There we go. And then we'll also add the rim on top. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad there's only 4. It's starting to get a slightly repetitive feeling. Not as bad as usual? That's always good. No meh or eh. I guess I'll just call that the white badge again. Did you know that humans didn't invent agriculture? Why is this a thing that I'm now seeing all the time? Is this a new meme? I feel like I just saw that earlier somewhere. I don't know where. Is this a thing now? Alright, there we go.
This is a thing, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. Let me tell you something different. No, you're good. I'm teasing, because I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know I've seen this. I'm just teasing. Alright, the rim is a different color? A different piece? There are okay. There's a white piece to the rim, which is different than everyone else. This is what I'm saying, guys. Like, everyone has a slightly different situation to their hats that needs to be addressed. Alright. Why do you know that, Salem? Jeez. Yahoo, it's me, Marlo. Lord Theo, hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day so far. Hope everything is going well. Good afternoon, Judgmental Cat. How are you doing? Hope everything goes well for you as well. For you as well. Well, for you as well. Why do I keep repeating words in weird ways? Help. Alright. I need to see what colors we have, because this is not the right color yet. It will be the right color, but at the moment, it's not at all. I just do. It's a gift and a curse. Now I'm just picturing that, like, some crazy deity just, like, bestowed cursed knowledge upon you. It was just like, here, you now have to live with this. Lord Theo, what? Just to make it clear to everybody, this is a family-friendly stream, so it's usually like PG at the most. I just want to sort of establish that currently. Alright, should be good for the... Alright, that should be good. Alright. We are getting the highlights on here. It's like when I stream, English goes out the window. And you're doing good? I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. Yeah, no, English absolutely goes out the window here. I don't know what I'm saying half the time, and then sometimes you guys call me out on something weird. It's fine though, it's fun. It's fun. As you buy down bad person, I can't be here. We do have, people hanging out that, you know, are more on the lewd side. We just ask that, that in the stream that they, keep that part to themselves. But we do have VTubers of all sorts here. We just have to be careful with, language and stuff, you know, sometimes we have minors and all that. And I just want to make it, like, more of a all-inclusive type place. But yeah, I'm more of a safe for work streamer. I have friends that might not be, but I personally am. I will attempt to inquire again. Which of these four are you most fond of? Did I miss something? Rendell, if I missed something, I do apologize. Which of the four are you most fond of? Mario, Wario, Luigi, or Waluigi? Also, each of the four is like a different house. I guess I would just probably be fairly basic and say Mario, honestly. I really like Luigi, but Luigi is like my friend's top favorite, and I kind of associate that. And Wario and Waluigi are goofy as heck, but overall, I would still probably say Mario. You're forcing me to not pick any of the beasts, huh? Alright, there we go. There we go. Does this have the rim light? It does have a bit of the rim light. Okay. We can add some of that to the ends here. I'm definitely gonna have to push the values. They're not where I want them yet. They're going to get there, but they're not there yet. Why is reverse Luigi called Waluigi when is W not the reverse L? We were talking about this earlier, Salem. So apparently, Wario declared that the W was his, and so Waluigi like couldn't use it. So he had to come up with something to signify his name, and that's how he chose the backwards L. And then we also learned that the backwards L isn't like a stitched on part of his hat like with Mario and Luigi. It's a sticker. So this poor guy got like the brunt of everything. He wasn't allowed to use the W because Wario took it. And he didn't have an embroidered hat. So he has a hat with a little badge on it. And then he just throws on a little sticker on top. And it's so dumb, but I love it. I don't know, that's been amusing me all day. That little factoid. I'm infinitely amused by the fact that he just threw on a sticker. Should we notice Luigi? How do you even say that? Because F looks almost like reverse L? I mean, if he was born with the name and he couldn't change it, and he was just like, sadly had to live with that and come up with a solution. I don't know. I don't know a girl who had a fictional character crush on Waluigi of all characters. I mean, that's how my friend has been in the past with Luigi, so I can see it. Alright, I think that's probably good. This is probably gonna be more of like a flat shading. Is this also embroidered, or do we just have something weird? It's the badge thing again, isn't it? Alright. I'll just keep that in mind. And then this rim. Oh, I want it. Oh. What? How'd that happen? What did we do? How'd the color move that far? What? I didn't move the line art, did I? No, it's just the color. That's strange. Alright then. Well, let me just
quickly shift this around. There we go. That works well enough. Names are not something you can win in packs of potato chips. Wouldn't that be more like Cracker Jacks? Luigi? No. What? That would still have an L though. Luigi though, I guess. I don't know. Alright, this has like slight stitching, so I guess we'll just sort of make like a super subtle thing here. I will refine this later. I'm just getting the idea down. I'm gonna try to not spend too much time making the tiny details that no one can see, like, extremely close, but just, you know, humor me at the moment. We'll do something like that. It's like sweater material, I don't know. Alright. This doesn't even align. This is just sort of straight, This doesn't go all the way around. That's interesting. There's so many weird differences. Like, one thing I noticed is, like, their hats, Wario and Waluigi's hats go further down. Mario and Luigi's are more upright. Theirs are more, like, at a downward angle. What is with these weird, subtle details? I mean, I like them. They're amusing as heck. But why? What does it signify? Are we always looking down when we're the villain? Alright. Does this have the same thing as the badge, or no? It kinda does. Alright, is this supposed to be the same? I think they're supposed to be the same. I'm gonna go with that. How did this end up in the Luigi folder? I need this in the Wario folder. Why are there so many layers? Alright. Select, invert, delete. There we go. Badge, overlay. Why is it randomly cut? Alright, that's something I'm gonna figure out later. All the weird little details to figure out. And then this piece, is it supposed to look like plastic? It's like a matte plastic. I'll go with that. And then try to make it look like it's not really stitched on at all. There we go. And like I said, I'm gonna keep pushing the shadows and such, but I think we've got all 4 set up here. Alrighty. I think we are going to call it there today. Today is Tuesday, so we will be back to these on Saturday. Since these are basically like how the final is more or less going to look, I think that I'm just gonna complete these off stream. And let me think. We can't think when that one's playing, trying to talk. We only have like a week and a half before the deadline, so I'm probably actually gonna do a fair amount off stream. So like this page with the crowns and everything, I will probably do off stream, and then we'll start a new page for next stream that I will try to get done in time. That will have other things in it, like maybe Yoshi inspired things, or I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Items, Toad, I don't really know yet. We'll see. I'll definitely be throwing in Bowser stuff, all that jazz. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by and chit-chatting with me today. If you haven't yet, consider joining the art-focused Discord, or consider subscribing on YouTube, following on Twitch if you haven't yet. Thank you, Vessa. I think that's about it. Alright. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night. Thank you again, Stargazers. All the best.